Okay, everybody, so I checked in between parts, and yes, we're going to see Sherman's true colors come out in this part.
You didn't already?
Well, how about this, Jova? Not entirely, but we'll get the first big glimpse.
Anyway, Tio, I have good news.
Good.
I have remembered that there is something other than this that actually does the live reveal thing better.
Go ahead.
A goofy movie. It actually does the live
That
reveal,
too,
but
yeah.
it's not cringeworthy. It's actually,
That too,
dare I
yeah.
say, one of the best handlings of the
So-
live revealed.
Even Doug mentioned that in his review. But anyway, let's focus on this.
Go ahead.
You remember every little detail about where you were and what you were doing 1 year ago
Yeah,
today?
yeah, that's a good point.
Fair point.
See this is why I cast you as Aaron.
Because I'm the logical one.
No,
No,
because you're the,
no,
because you're the
no,
forgetful
no.
one.
Wait, I'm the logical one. You're the forgetful one.
Oh. You just proved his point.
Stick to your archetype. Oops.
How interesting. Despite her connection to the goddess, she's as prone to unclear memories as anyone else is.
Yeah.
Well,
I am beginning to worry if this faith drop
Well, and Shiro.
here.
Well, it
come
has to
on,
be.
Tiara, don't be so negative.
Basically, Shiro, we're both Brits, Shiro. We forget a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's the conclusion I arrived at.
It's probably all that, coal that your ancestors have been dug up all these centuries that's still been in the air that has intoxicated you or something.
That reminds me, didn't it kind of originate from your
God
country?
damn it! Why is the talking pillow the voice of reason here? Yeah, exactly what Peck said.
Yeah. Hey, let's see, UK people being forgetful. Isn't that where the saying also originated? Those who don't learn or forget history are doomed to repeat it? Huh.
Just leave it to me.
Anyway, what happened basically is there's considering Aaron's memory is still a bit fuzzy. They're a bit doubtful. I really hope the tape drop is here. But they'll go, whatever. Let's just go and let's just trust Aaron for now. Like it's not like we can do anything else. So.
Oh, goody. It's time for the desert level.
Fortunately, it's not that big a deal if you know the path. And the path is actually
basically-
pretty easy to figure. Oh, go ahead, Bruce.
Basically, desert levels are to me what sewer levels are to Tio.
My turn.
You know, yeah, I can. Well, I would argue.
Everything looks the bloody same.
Well, that's what's supposed to be. Now, the problem is a good game.
Well, one at a time, Blibs. Let Tio
That's what I'm
finish.
getting, Blibs. That's what I'm getting, Blibs. A good game will get around that and give you the desert level a gimmick, may title, for example, Breath of
Mirage
Fire,
Saloon.
or Breath
That too,
of,
yeah.
Breath of Fire 3 actually give an interesting mechanic where you need to survive, otherwise you'll be kicked out of the desert
That
again.
looks so cheap.
Yeah.
But this one is so generic.
Yeah.
I love how.
What is this thing?
I love how we couldn't even get an actual model reaction of. We have to switch back to the visual novel aesthetic.
the desert.
Monster
Well,
Nomicon.
Well, Dubs, I would argue the desert in Uncharted, the last level in Uncharted 3 was done very well, especially because they took advantage of that to really make you feel like what it's like to probably be in a desert, like instead of in the passage of time. It wasn't really.
Yeah,
good.
It's mostly
and as soon as Nate actually drinks like 2 sips of water, he's perfectly fine of gunning down more mercenaries.
It's mostly down to me not being big on deserts in general.
I know, it's a video game.
She certainly looks the part.
Wait, the goddess has returned?
I'll just say this too: kinda can recover multiple times from multiple
berries,
stabbings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious? It attacked me?
What, where is
Basically what happened was, since Erin is kind of part of the goddess, she tried to convince the guardian from standing down because it's cool. It's cool. We're not here to steal anything. Yeah, and Tiara's like, you are so useless. Again, Shiro, what's the part where I'm supposed to start liking these characters?
I
You've played the
almost,
entire game.
you know, Pedro, I'm committing heresy here, but I dare to say that the party of 13 was actually more likable than this.
Heck yeah! I mean, for one, it had Saz.
Snow is still an idiot, and Hope is still whining, and Vanilla is still a total bitch. But I'll take them any day over these guys.
it comes to the pinnacle point. For as much as we hated the cast of 13, they actually did work off of each other. I mean, yeah, in their own twisted ways, but they worked off of each other, and they got stuff done when they actually wanted to get stuff done. Like, these casts...
And even then, Jova, one of the more iconic scenes to me for 13 is Lightning punching Snow repeatedly in the face due to its stupidity.
Or Saz calling out each other on their BS, like there was...
But that's the thing. If a scenes like that happen in this game, like say Pippin punching Fang repeatedly in the face because he says something idiot, it will have technically the same meaning, but it will not have the same impact because I don't give a single fuck about these characters.
Not to mention...
Or at least even less than what they did to Lightning and Snow.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, when it comes to characters that are likable, we've got, what, whatever.
Maybe Pippin, if it wasn't for the weird appearance, it's pretty much the most decent one of them, I guess.
The reason it's because all of these characters are literally nothing but walking, talking anime archetypes. That's all they are.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
You know,
Are you sure you were saying something?
Yeah, when I think back to 13, I mean, most of what we had to complain about was the production of the game and not so much the characters themselves, even though we did whine about them quite a bit.
I think you mean the execution of the story itself.
Well, no, I mean in terms of the gameplay and such itself.
Well, that too, but the story was also fucking dreadful.
Well, the story...
My point is that we've complained about these characters and this story a hell of a lot more, which is saying a lot considering how poor 13's story was.
And I will give it this, I mean, 13 definitely had a poor story, but it still understood the dance of actually telling that story, to the point where it actually did have some good scenes, some of which were admittedly not earned, but albeit it had good scenes. And while I won't say the ending was amazing, the ending at least did give the semblance that you would accomplish stuff. It showed that the characters had actually come to change in ways that we could sort of believe, and it had a nice uplifting enough message. And then came the sequel, but that's another story.
Yeah. Well, I will argue this, like, while the cast of this game is worse, I'll still give this game credit that unlike Final Fantasy XIV, it didn't take 30 hours for the plot to actually start.
True.
True.
If he wants to take his shit done, it does at least faster.
Because seriously, the first 30 hours, and like we've said various times in the playthrough, the first 30 hours of that game is literally nothing but the characters complaining about how there's no plot.
What's the plot? I don't know.
Well, where are we going? I don't know.
Exactly, that's literally the first 30 hours of that game. Anyway.
What's the plot, sir?
I shall give my all.
Fuck if I know, the writer didn't give us one.
Wait, hold on. Why was there an encounter? There wasn't any monster that you ran into on there.
Actually, it's because I touched the destination icon, Jova. It's supposed to be, it's a scripted boss battle, it's part of the story.
Well, why not just put in why not just put an immovable enemy there? Like, what semblance of knowing that it's there is it supposed to go? I mean, like, I'd understand if it were like a hidden super boss, like in the Mega Man Battle Network games that you have to hunt down.
To be fair, Jova, every single story destination in this game has always had that golden icon thing. It's just that this one in particular did not decide to have a cutscene before the boss, so which is why it feels a bit.
Also, the golden icon is a bit hard to spot in this particular zone because, you know,
it's like in Metroid Other M where you need to spot a green spot on a green field.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'll point out the gold icon later when we're in a better dungeon.
Go.
So
I guess Harley's thing is Earth.
Yeah.
Now to analyze all this.
Well, Bao's main color scheme is brown, so...
You just killed the Guardian. You can't analyze something that's destroyed.
Maybe you can its remains.
Over there.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's the Faith Drop that appeared out of nowhere.
How do you even know
How
it's the
convenient.
Faith Drop? How do you even know what a Faith Drop looks like? For all you know, that's just a completely different MacGuffin.
And with
You, Jova, you.
Thank you
Please.
so much, everyone.
Oh god.
Sherman. Sherman.
Actually, no, it's Discount Sephiroth.
Oh.
York,
Oh.
I'll be taking that faith drop. So we can finally resurrect the vile god.
Because
We're evil.
because it's like it's nobody
The only
think about
motivation
it,
they have is they
Pedro.
want to take over the world, too. That's literally their motivation.
Nobody think, they want to use Satan kind of like archetype of evil god to essentially take over the world and their company. You know, Pedro, this kind of reminds me of the plot that Doom 2016 was making fun of.
Indeed, our journey will continue, but your life ends here and now.
Alright, guys, let's kill the bad guys so that we can prove that we're the good guys.
You're never gonna forget.
With the power of
Don't
friendship.
underestimate youth. Even 3 days of training is enough to make a young lad unrecognizable to his peers.
There are so
Debatable.
many better ways you could have
I will
phrased
never,
that.
ever surrender the faith drop to Dorfa.
Hey, Pedro, she will never give up.
Yeah.
What was that? Dorfa.
You're the rogue agent, aren't you?
Very good, Jova.
What are you laughing about?
Let me guess. He got a vision from the Vile God himself,
No, hold on.
specifically.
A pawn for me to manipulate. Just like you fools.
Of course.
What do you mean? I will resurrect the vile god.
To become it.
For that is the sworn duty of my bloodline.
Oh.
I am a descendant of the vile god.
Dun,
It is my blood.
dun.
Okay. So you're essentially like a demigod or something?
Descendant of the
No,
vile
the
god?
basic tale. When the Vile God died, there were some people out there who inherited his blood somehow. The game never actually explains how that works.
Why don't they just say that he procreated? That would be
Well,
so much
Pedro,
easier.
I don't know if you remember, but one of the Greek major goddesses was actually born by the chopped testicle of a titan. So.
Also, now you know why his fairy's called Sanguina. Anyway,
Sanguina.
Sanguina is in sung, which is blood.
It's
Yeah.
it's similar to the Latin word for blood.
Oh.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Well, okay. Basically, the thing is, okay. the
Oh,
point
and
is,
now we can
there's a
beat the
tribe-
guy.
There's a tribe out there that has retained to worship the Vile God and all that stuff, and Bernard is one of the last descendants of that tribe.
Wait.
So he's destined to try to wake up the Vile God so that the Vile God can take the world and shit and blah blah blah. Who cares?
So he's an evil version of Solo from Mega Man Star Force.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Also, now we can beat him? Why?
Suffer my judgment.
But well, Jova, like Pippin said, even 3 days can make a young man unrecognizable. So they're trying to they're pulling the excuse that the grinding we did in between battles helped out somehow. Okay, let me
Fair
translate to this.
enough, I
Let me translate.
guess.
Okay, that's the story excuse. Now let me give you the gameplay excuse. In the first battle, he was programmed to be a sponge. In this battle, he's not programmed to be a sponge, so you can actually beat him. There you go.
I mean, I guess that we could assume that training made them better. The problem is that they didn't phrase it well. And even still, it's not like there's anything in the story that really acknowledges their training.
Now then, I hope you're ready. Here I come.
Here I come.
Can't dodge this.
Here's his ultimate attack.
Alright. Oh no.
So,
That's another thing, by the way.
was that percent damage it dealt us?
Well, remember, I'm in like 100 plus levels.
No, I mean,
so-
no, seriously though. The damage he was giving, that looked like percent damage.
I'm ready.
No, it wasn't. It was normal damage.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, well, basically percentage out of the particular health gauges.
No, it's not percentage. At least I don't think it is. Anyway, here's Tiara's fusion form. And now let's check out her finisher.
Wait, hold on. There's different music for the special attacks? I don't
Yes.
recall noticing that earlier. Eh.
Wasn't this? It was kind of like this in Final Fantasy, I think.
Well, that makes sense because the characters you were summoning,
when you
they
summon
had
different,
music from their original game.
From their games.
Woo!
I was born to rule. It was my destiny.
Whatever,
Oh,
you're.
shut up.
Whatever,
Fuck
you're.
off.
You insects have destroyed.
Dude, your destiny.
Your destiny, huh? Yeah, I don't believe in that crap.
Dude, I'm so cool now due to spotting edgy stuff.
Listen well.
Darkness will return to this world because it can never be destroyed, and of course the fate of it is to...
Refer to the nostalgic witty gag I asked Pedro to put in the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go, guys. Bernard is dead.
Sounded ominous.
Wow, how anticlimactic. I'm sure he will not come back at all at the very end.
Come on, see
Well,
where
well, actually, the only reason he comes back at all is because of time travel. He actually did indeed die. He actually did indeed die right now.
Come on, see where Tiara, the villain's dead.
Actually, that's only one of the villains, so we're not done yet.
The sanctuary is near.
That's
Excuse me?
convenient.
Yeah. That's where the goddess is
Sanctuary.
sleeping, and where the rest of us must be found.
Sanctuary.
Oh, so we're already at the splitting path, I guess.
Yes, very good too. In fact, we'll actually get to that splitting path. Basically, when we get to this particular part of the game, this is where the storyline will split depending on how many swords you pulled from the statues. Since I didn't pull any from the Vile Gods, that means that we're going to the PS3's original storyline, which is the Goddess route,
It seems
and the only one that it had back in the.
Fencers included.
So yeah, the Harbinger is a problem. We're all tired because of that battle, even though the battle was easy as fuck.
My sincere
So we
Gameplay
need to
story
take.
segregation.
Allow me a brief rest.
Let's see. We're so close to our
I don't wanna
goal.
walk another step.
I'm sure nothing can go wrong when we're like this close if we just take a nap.
Should set up camp for the night.
Well, that was a short game.
All right.
Yeah, now when I think about it, like, I get the whole, even the traditional route, but I guess the PS3 version was much shorter than this one due to only
Yes,
one
yes. This version is 3 times as big as the original.
Also, hello here, foreshadowing his shit.
Yep.
So when are we going actually to fight her?
That's her fairy, by the way. Right in the next part too.
Goody. Kalara. Reminds me of that Pokemon,
Lady
Gen
Mariana.
6
Wait,
Pokemon.
Sagi.
And now we have Zagi, voiced by Discount Sam Riegel. Seriously, his voice kind of sounds a bit like it.
Everything belongs to Dorfa.
And that's her theme, by the way, Mariana's theme.
How nice.
Okay.
Sounds like a discount.
I
theme
hate this
Pokemon
scene.
game.
Wait, is it this one? Oh no, it's the one after this.
Fang? I was looking at the stars.
You know, why didn't
Hold
the...
on, no. Let's pay attention to this because this is kind of important.
Okay.
Basically, this is the scene that happens if you're in the path of shipping Fang with Tiara.
I
Okay.
suppose you are right.
But maybe we can go up there again once the goddess is revived. Oh,
I
after
guess.
you get that whole world peace thing, of course.
Yeah.
Fang, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
What's this all of a sudden?
Why are you thanking him
After we
for?
perform the ritual to revive the goddess tomorrow, the world will be purified and my dream will come true.
Sure.
When I first met you, I thought you were utterly unreliable.
He is utterly unreliable.
You're irresponsible.
I don't know.
And
He's
to
See,
been...
there you go. Thank you. Thank you. There you go.
Hey now.
Yeah, he's irresponsible, but he's actually been
I wouldn't have made
reliable.
it this far without you.
I guess.
I lived a solitary life because I was always scared of interacting with other people. But after meeting you and searching for the Furies together, I have met.
Isn't that
people who
cute,
are
Teo? The game
my
thinks the
friends.
characters bonded over time and shit.
Boring, this is so boring, this is so boring.
Boring. Get to the show.
Tiara.
Yeah, seriously, I know it's a touchy moment, but I'm not
No, it's
caring
not
that much
touching
about
because the
it.
game didn't earn this. And
Oh,
I
really?
hate this scene. I hate it.
Supposedly.
So-
Alright, brace yourselves. This is about to get uncomfortable.
Is there something
Really
you need from me at
uncomfortable.
this late hour?
It's raping time?
Kind of, yeah.
Wait, what?
There's something I
Let's just watch.
You are the purest person in the world.
Thank fuck this
I've
is
never met
voice.
someone who wishes for world peace from the bottom of their heart as you.
You remind me like my sister before I killed her.
Your words flatter me. But you wish for world peace as well, do you not?
I do indeed. I believe that you and I understand each other.
Wink,
If I'm
wink.
being honest, this feeling is a first for me.
I think we
First-
should bond.
So
over
yeah,
this.
turns out Sherman has a crush on Tiara.
Aw, how cute.
Too
And
bad.
now he's
that-
gonna
Without you.
and now he's gonna explain what he was doing during that period where he disappeared.
Also, thanks to you, Fang has become more mature than he used to.
No, he did.
A
What?
bit. What she
A
said,
little
little.
bit.
Why do you mention his name? I am the one here with you now. Please,
Oh
I
god.
must ask for your attention.
Why are you acting jealous all of a sudden?
Lord Sherman?
I want you to take this ring. I bought it while everyone was in the subterranean tower.
There you go.
Oh.
Wait, he
You
wants
will
to.
accept it, won't you?
He wants to marry her?
Hold on.
Oh god, this is getting really uncomfortable.
No! Stop!
Oh boy.
So.
And dun dun dun.
What?
So she is a descendant of the vile god. So I was
Plot
right!
twist.
She is like Raven!
But believe it or not, guys, that scene was actually even more uncomfortable in the original version. So now what we're going to see is, and I also took advantage of this to go back to the PS3 version. Since I went back to the PS3 version anyway, I decided to also take advantage of it and show what happens if you're shipping Fang with
It looks like shit,
Aaron.
by the way.
That's not like
Wow. The
The-
frame
the
rate.
lighting, the lighting. is-
yeah, trust me, Jova. This version, this version is terrible at even keeping a consistent 30. And considering this team made 3 Neptunia games on the PS3 before this, it's inexcusable.
Yeah. Okay, I ask, what the hell happened with this?
I'll become
This
one with
particular
the goddess.
game?
And it's all thanks to
No
you.
This was,
No.
I guess this was them taking a vacation. I don't know.
You
Oh,
went to
oh,
an
wait, I
amazing
get it, the counterpart. Aaron's a part of the goddess, whereas Tiara's a descendant of the vile
I didn't
god.
know why a guy like you became my partner.
There you go. Give a big hand of applause for Jova. He cracked the code.
Not that it would have been taking that much effort anyway.
Congratulations, Joe. You did nothing.
No. Now we're supposed to get the heartwarming moment between these two.
There are
Alright.
as many people in this world as there are stars in the sky.
Uh,
So why did you become my partner?
Okay, this is immediately more believable. They're
Because
asking
he had
about the
hungry,
chance of
hungry.
But
whatever.
I'm glad you did. Sure, we argue a lot, but it was all really fun in the end.
no, it wasn't, honey. It wasn't.
When I reunite with the goddess, we won't have our arguments anymore.
Oh.
It's a little sad to think about.
Actually, that's
I'm
pretty
sure
cool.
You'll still argue.
I'm actually happy with that. Actually, we talked over it, but she also said you've grown up into an amazing fencer, Fang. No, he didn't.
Is there
Shut the
something
fuck up,
you
game.
need from me at this late hour?
All right, so here's the original PS3 version of this
I need to
scene,
tell
which,
you
believe it or not, like seriously, okay, I get.
For starters, it's
Oh my
free.
god, he's on the right side instead of the left side.
Yeah.
Not just that, but I find it interesting how even the developers realized that this scene went too
I am very
far.
glad I had
Like,
the opportunity
apparently
to
even
meet
they
you.
have standards. They're low, but I guess they do
Without
have
you,
technically have
our
standards.
journey
Or
would have
probably
been
people
far more
raised way too
difficult.
many complaints and they fixed
That,
that.
yeah, never mind. Yeah,
Thanks to
that's
you,
the most likely
Fang has
explanation.
become more mature than he used to.
No, he did.
At least.
Well,
Theo.
it's just a
Just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Mentioning
Oh,
his
here you go.
name when I'm standing right in front of you.
Excuse me?
Lord Sherman?
You
Oh, booty.
are mine.
What? Where's this coming from? Where is this even coming from? Like, seriously.
And there you go.
So he didn't even bother with the ring thing. Charming.
So yeah, in the original PS3 version, they
You just
never.
went straight for the rape.
Are you sure
Yeah.
about this?
In the
Lord
original
Sherman?
PS3 version, they never
It's not even dawn
explain
and you're already awake.
what he was doing during that time. But I guess again, they got complaints, so I guess they decided to fix that in the PS4 version, which we're back to right
So
now.
all this time Sherman's been pining for Tiara?
Yes,
That came out of
Apparently.
nowhere!
I know.
Does everyone have their
Like,
belongings
Jesus
together?
Christ, at least all these supposed changes they were at least trying to build up to. Here,
Go, Aaron.
that's... No, seriously.
It's stupid, regardless of which version you're playing.
Let's go!
It's just
go.
making a character evil for the sake of making him evil at that point. I mean, you already had something to make him evil, but
Power of
did you
friendship.
really need to add in that?
Yeah, and not to mention, as Jova predicted, Sherman was already programmed to be evil anyway. You don't need that.
Oh, so where are you going now?
So we're completely...
Okay, this is something that usually a lot of people miss, but because they usually go straight for the
You had more
sanctuary.
events
Because,
in the main city. Okay.
yes, you have more skits to watch.
So,
Oh, good,
are we
yeah.
ever gonna come back to the fact that Sherman kinda did that, or...
No, we're not. Sorry,
Of
Joven.
course we're not.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so
what
this
happens
is
Hold on,
official.
Joven, give me a moment. What happens is, unlike the rest of the game, it puts you straight on the new Sanctuary dungeon itself instead of bringing you back to the world map. So usually a lot of people miss that there's skits that are in between these two dungeons. However, I figured it out from multiple playthroughs, so we can see them. Go ahead. Dibs.
Pragmatism.
Ah, Fang, good timing. Can you rub my shoulders?
Great. Anyway, sorry, Dibs, I kind of spaced
He's
out.
not here right now, but you're standing right in front of me. When I need help, I'll use anyone as long as they're nearby.
How nice.
Good to know, and it's just that it's charming.
Alright, so go ahead.
I feel refreshed.
I'm glad someone feels refreshed. I don't. How so?
I shaved my head again. What do you think? I look even manlier now, don't I?
Sorry,
You know, Pedro,
I didn't notice any difference.
I don't know if you intentionally did this, but considering I'm getting bolder these days and I have to actually get shaved my head, this is twisting the knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It feels like there's still sand in my mouth, so I made sure to gargle thoroughly.
At least we didn't make a sand in the costume joke.
And that's it. Okay.
So important. Is there even enough trophy for getting, a good amount
No.
of skates? Yeah.
No. Sure.
I guess she's burbed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm worn out. Every joint in my body aches.
She had the good reason of distancing.
You sound like an old lady.
Microphone.
I feel fine. Maybe.
Mute.
Does anybody have any tip out there? Anyway,
Don't compare me to an idiot.
it's a Volume 2 reference to it. You know the one.
Normal people have a tendency to be delicate.
Excuse me.
Uh,
What happened to the whole Fang is a lot more mature now thing?
Oh,
you see what I
also-
mean? There's
also,
no
Tiara-
running consistency between the skits and
Yeah.
the story.
Also, Tiara, you're talking about being sophisticated. You're officially a hypocrite considering how the sophisticated Sherman nearly forced himself onto you.
Not just that, but yeah, okay, I would like to also reinforce, in case anyone is wondering, that these particular skits that we're watching right now can only be seen after the cutscenes we just saw. They cannot be seen before we even get to the raping thing and the more mature thing.
Yep.
This is literally chronologically after that, and yet the game is basically completely backing out on it for the sake of, I guess, comedy or something.
You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. School Days handled that concept of rape better, if only because it actually showed the consequences of it. Frickin' School Days outdid you.
Wow, G3 and School Days, you're alright.
This is getting so low.
Anyway, what? That's what you meant? Anyway, rehearsal.
Rehearsal.
The final battle will be upon us soon. Everyone, follow me!
You were a
Yay.
last-minute addition.
Well, I kinda still want him to be the leader at this point.
What are you doing all by yourself? Oh, I'm rehearsing so I can bravely lead everyone. It would ruin the gravitas if I bit my tongue when the time comes, right?
Do you even have a tongue?
I guess so.
Alright, let's go ahead.
Oh dear, you look rather pale. Would you like me to brew you some chamomile tea? It's good for relaxation.
And it
Yeah,
puts
that's
you
because I'm British. That's all we do. We're polite and we drink tea. That's all we British people know how to do.
Well, that's
Which
that's
they
basically
remind
all
us.
right.
Hold on. You've never brewed paralytic tea before, right? Okay, I'll give you that one. That's actually fine.
I
1
don't
point for
understand
one
your
funny
question.
line.
Do you know someone with experience drinking paralytic tea?
Yes.
Alright, 1 point for an accidental funny line, I guess.
Also,
Anyway.
they reminded that the whole tea thing has been something.
Oh, and here we go.
done for India.
Pay attention here, Joby. You're gonna.
What are your feelings toward Tiara?
You're just now asking this, asshole?
Yikes.
Didn't you already guess anyway since you were jealous?
Why? Is something wrong with her?
No, it's nothing.
Yes,
Please
it's
pay me
everything.
no mind. I'll kill him.
Yeah,
in
you
his
should have had
sleep.
this kit. You should have had this kit before that scene.
Warning.
Just saying. Go ahead.
Desert temperatures can vary drastically between day and night hours.
It's called thermal excursion.
Are you worrying about me? That's awfully nice of you.
This is a preventative measure to keep others from starting infectious aerosol droplets in Sherman's vicinity. Basically meaning, oh, so you don't sneeze.
Don't sneeze, yeah.
That was...
Well.
Okay, that worked.
Those were the skits. Go ahead, Shirei. For all your
Oh,
desert...
goody.
Welcome. Would you like to buy a telescope? It's a perfect companion for those warm desert nights.
Actually, very
Don't you mean
cold,
cold desert nights?
She doesn't know.
I really don't feel like lugging that around the desert.
Well, what do you know, Peng? Sometimes a journey through like the Sahara with a guide can be relaxing.
Shirei?
Oh. Yeah, sure. It's the latest model.
From the Dorfa Corporation.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely sure now. I'm allergic to Dorfa these days.
Sure, that works. By the way,
What a
okay,
story, Peng.
you know, I will say, I do like that they actually do give you different things to talk to the merchant about. Now, if only this game could have actually been intuitive in all its other areas. But yeah, seriously, a game that actually gives you different dialogue when speaking to the merchant. Again, it's this game.
I still can stand the fact there are like 45 more parts of this and we're already at the end of, almost near the end of one route. I really need to ask how much
Actually, no,
longer the game will be.
I think we're more close to the halfway point.
Yeah, we're halfway through the first half. Okay, how about this? Basically, this is how it works. The first half of the game is always the same, and the second half is always one of free.
Actually, now I get it. Don't worry. I will tell you why in another part.
Sure. I mean, let's see what Lola has first.
Please bring some joy to us.
Fine, info, here you go.
Well, it's the same dialogue every time, so it's not like...
Anything from Lola is better at this point.
I know, Joa, but sorry.
Put in the unusual suspect, and like nothing, it fades.
Tune in for the next part of Fairy Fencer F, where hopefully...
Where Tails' wonderful prediction in the end of part 9 finally comes true.
Joyful.
See you then.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.